As a freshman, I remember standing in the back of formation, thinking about how I would write my senior speech. It would be brilliant, insightful, and heartfelt, and I was confident that as a senior, I would be prepared to give that speech. So you can imagine my frustration when I sat down to write 2 weeks ago and couldn't remember a single detail about that brilliant speech. But as I reflected on my 4 years at STA, I realized I had something much more powerful to share. Several of my middle school friends transferred to St. Thomas Academy in 7th grade, and after a long year of pleading my case, I finally arrived at STA. I began my journey open-minded and ambitious. Like me, each of you will learn and grow throughout your time here, and there will be some things you'll look back on as a senior and wish you would have known earlier. If there's anything I wish I would have better appreciated then, it's the importance of living in the present. I know, it's easy to stand up here as a senior and tell you to enjoy where you are in the process, but it really does make a difference. High school is 4 years for a reason. Each moment, important or unimportant as it may seem, contributes to the growth and development you'll experience as a high schooler. Keep high standards for work ethic and attitude, but don't obsess over the outcome. Don't beat yourself up. It can be easy to get into a cycle of negative self-judgment. Instead, be kind to yourself just like you would toward friends and family. My sophomore and junior years were powerful reminders of how living in the present can be difficult but important. As some of you may be aware, in 2018, my dad was diagnosed with glioblastoma, an aggressive form of brain cancer. Brain tumor. Hearing those two words come out of the doctor's mouth felt like getting kicked in the chest. Thoughts raced through my head. Why is this happening? Is there a serious chance that I could lose my dad, my best friend? As he went through an 8-hour surgery and months of rehabilitation, memories of time spent with him played over and over in my head, like a record on repeat. The time he taught me how to boogie board when I was 8. I kept laughing even while inhaling splashes of salt water. The time our soccer team lost in the section final my sophomore year. He greeted me with a hug, a warm smile, and comforting words of wisdom. I couldn't imagine losing him. It was the most difficult thing I had ever experienced. I was overwhelmed by the severity of his cancer and became paralyzed, lost in my own struggle. I began spending less time doing the things I loved. Less time with my family, less time with my friends, and I didn't allow myself to find joy in golf or club soccer. I did the opposite of what I should have. At the time, I was confused and angry, and I thought that distancing myself from those closest to me would make things easier. But it didn't. I often thought to myself, this is unfair. Why is this happening to me? What did I do to deserve this? I now realize that the answer is nothing. I didn't do anything wrong. Tough times are indiscriminate and universal, and at the end of the day, it isn't a matter of if you'll experience them, but when you'll experience them, how they'll affect you, and ultimately, what they'll teach you about yourself. It was important for me to recognize that I wasn't alone, that people cared, and that it was okay to lean on others for support. We all need human connection, especially when we're lost. Connection feeds us, comforts us, and makes us feel fulfilled. It's necessary in order to survive and thrive. So why do we distance ourselves from others when we need their help the most? It wasn't until I began to spend more time with my mom, dad, sisters, and friends that I was able to live in the present and be positive, despite the challenges I faced. Today, I'm so grateful that my dad is still with us, even after 2 tumors, 2 surgeries, 2 rounds of radiation, and 10 cycles of chemotherapy. Dad, thank you for showing me what it means to have true courage. You've been the best role model I could have asked for, never hesitating to do the right thing. Mom, thank you for always supporting me during my highs and lows. You've always placed the needs of others above your own and have shown me what it means to be selfless. Kate and Julia, thank you for being strong examples of what it means to make the most of every situation. You are both incredible women, and I have no doubt that you will find joy in the pursuit of your dreams. From my family, my friends, and the SDA community, I've learned to live in the present and to value and cherish the moments I share with the people I love. Give your mom and dad a hug, tell your brother or sister you love them, and text a friend you've got their back, because the reality is we are most alive when we are connected. Thank you.